I stand before you today to share a message, one that has the potential to change the way you look at the world and, more importantly, the way you approach your own life and dreams. It's a simple message, but one that can make all the difference between mediocrity and extraordinary achievement. The message is this: think big. Too often we are confined by the limitations of our own thinking. We look at our circumstances and we think, this is all I can do. This is where I am meant to be. We look at the world around us and we see walls, we see barriers, we see obstacles that seem insurmountable. But I'm here to tell you today that those walls are often made of nothing more than the boundaries of our own imagination. If you can imagine something bigger, you can achieve something bigger. Think big. That's the call to action. But what does it mean to think big? Thinking big means to reject small ideas, small ambitions, and small goals. It means recognizing that your true potential is far greater than you've probably realized up until now. It's about seeing possibilities where others see limitations. Thinking big means you understand that the horizon is only as far as your mind will let it go. It is not confined by your current situation, but fueled by the dreams and aspirations you have yet to realize. To understand what it means to think big, it is essential first to recognize the dangers of small thinking. Small thinking is what keeps us stuck in cycles of complacency, mediocrity, and frustration. Small thinking whispers to you in a quiet voice that says, don't rock the boat, don't challenge the status quo, don't take risks. How many times have you heard those words or felt that inner doubt? Small thinking tells you that where you are right now is good enough, and you shouldn't aspire for more because it's safer to stay where you are. It tells you that your current job is enough, your current lifestyle is enough, your current relationships are enough. It tells you that success is reserved for the few, and that those who have achieved greatness did so because of luck, circumstance, or some inherent advantage that you don't possess. But let me tell you, this is a lie. Every single person who has ever achieved greatness started with nothing more than a big idea and a willingness to believe that they could make it happen. They thought big even when everything around them told them to think small. Thinking big begins with breaking free from the chains of doubt. How often do we allow ourselves to be held back by the fear of failure? How often do we let the voices of others drown out our own desires and dreams? We need to recognize that doubt is not an inherent truth, but rather a limiting belief, a belief that we have accepted and adopted because it feels safe. But I'm here to tell you that safe is not where greatness lies. Safety is the playground of mediocrity. If you want to do something extraordinary, you have to be willing to face discomfort. You have to be willing to take risks and break away from the status quo. You have to challenge your own beliefs about what's possible. When you take a step forward into the unknown, when you push beyond your comfort zone, that's where growth happens. That's when you start to see that your capabilities are not defined by your current limitations, but by your ability to imagine what could be. To think big is to set big goals. Big goals are what pull you forward, give you direction, and keep you motivated when things get tough. Without big goals, you have no true purpose. You have no true drive. You may be moving, but it's a movement without purpose or passion. Big goals are what force you to think creatively. When you set small goals, it's easy to rely on what you already know. But when you set big goals, you're forced to learn, to grow, to innovate. The bigger the goal, the more you have to stretch your mind, skills, and resources to achieve it. Imagine a person who wants to run a marathon. It's a big goal for someone who has never run before. At first, it seems impossible, but as they break it down, as they commit to the training, and as they push through the pain and fatigue, they start to see results. The big goal pulls them forward, and each small step they take gets them closer to that goal. What started as an impossibility becomes an achievement, and that sense of accomplishment fuels the belief that anything is possible. The bigger the goal, the greater the reward. But with big goals comes a greater level of discipline, perseverance, and sacrifice. And it's through these challenges that you'll find who you truly are and what you are truly capable of.